Have you ever left your country for work? Well, I have. At the ripe age of 16 years old. You see, there's a project called Erasmus. It's really goofy when I say it in English. This project partners up with a lot of schools in Europe, and it aims to bring the students out of the country to work, or something. And I, for one, have participated in it. But actually participating in it is not that easy. Because the people who sign up for this project are the buffest, strongest, most intelligent people on the face of your school. And my friend, if you're the only one participating in your course, you've won the lottery ticket to leave your country. So after getting the confirmation that I was actually selected, I packed my bags and I was off to Malta. Which is actually pretty cool if you ask me. After actually meeting the group that I was gonna stay with for a few days, there was a group of coders, a group of people in sports, and there was me, the graphic design guy. In this bunch, there were 3 girls and 6 guys. Why is this important? Well, the dorms in the apartment we stayed at were actually divided by boys and girls. And the first key they gave us when we got there was the girls' room, right? So we entered. And oh my god. White walls, a great kitchen, 6 beds which they don't even need, a new fridge, kitchen utensils, everything is just perfect. And then we enter the boys' room, and I kid you not, bro. There was a dirty stovetop, burned outlets, no exhaust fan, a rusty fridge which leaked water, and a broken toaster. Are we kidding right now? Well, the rooms must not be so bad, I told myself. So me and the 2 other guys that were with me opened the door, the creaking door. We look at the floor, and there was a cockroach on the ground which just ran away and we never saw it again. So yeah, you know this is gonna be fun with no repercussions whatsoever. Either way, our mentor teacher that was with us at that time said, okay, let's go out guys, we need to explore a little bit of the streets. And we did, and it was fun. But at a certain hour she said, okay guys, now you need to cook a meal for yourselves at the apartment. Which, you know, was a little bit of a problem because first I didn't know where the supermarket was because I was in another country which I'd never been in. And also, I didn't know how to cook. So I go to my friend, which I had just made, and just said, alright bro, let's get some food, bro. So we find a supermarket near our house, and I kid you not, we pick up the cheapest burgers and the cheapest ramen we could find. And we just make the grossest conjunction of food you will ever see. There was nothing to boil our water with but the pots they had given us, which were not that good, might I add. So the ramen was just watery and soggy, and the burger was kind of raw. So it was just pieces of floating burger in green water and ramen. It was great actually. So a day had already passed and we were actually a little bit confused. Because the agency that took us there said, oh,
we'll give you a month's worth of food and breakfast.
But the guy that was supposed to drop it off hadn't actually come. So we had to call them up and say, alright bro, let's get some food bro. So later that same day, they came around and delivered what I thought was legit gonna last for 2 months. But there was this guy that was with us that ate the whole thing in 2 weeks. Either way, on day 2 or 3, we received our bus passes for the rest of the stay in Malta, which we were going to use to travel to our workplace. Now, the groups of people that I mentioned earlier were all from different courses, and I got paired up with the coders. And without spilling too much information, we were working at a party organizer agency, and the job that the boss had given us for the remaining 20 days was...
make a website.
Now here are the 3 catches to this. First, I didn't have a PC because my PC broke down 2 months ago. Or maybe even more because the school equipment was trash. The quote-unquote coders that were with me only used ChatGPT to make their website, and our boss wasn't even there for like 98% of the time. So what we did was, I drew the website on a piece of paper, the coders looked at it, put it in ChatGPT, and in 2 days we had a website done. And these guys were hilarious, bro. Every time ChatGPT messed up, instead of actually explaining what he had to do, they just wrote it in caps lock again. Like, sounding mad just to see if he could correct himself or something. But yeah, off of work we also had some shenanigans to say the least. Because the group of people that were there were actually cool, despite their flaws. Most of the fun I had was not actually outside, but surprisingly while cooking. Because it was then and there that I understood why they had given that room to us. I figured the boy and the girl thing is normal, because these guys could not contain themselves from destroying our dorm. It was boxes, plastics, sofa cushions, you name it. Another time I was cooking for the whole group, with another dude. And as you probably guessed, I'm not the best cook. So I was assigned with a crucial role of making rice. And so when everybody sat down to enjoy their meal, I just see this girl look straight in my eyes and say,
Yo, where's the salt, bro?
so yeah, I may or may not have forgotten the salt for a group of 9 people, but it's not that serious, is it? This other time, I was getting ready to take a bath, right? And so before entering, I see one of the guys put a pizza in the oven. So 15 minutes later, I leave the shower, and I open the door to the house filled with smoke. Because somehow, without anyone even batting an eye, this guy turned his pizza into charcoal. And then, in the next day, he burnt a Tupperware in the stovetop. Like, how do you even do this, bro? Safe to say we did not let him near any kitchen from that point on. Now, actually, outside of our apartment, our adventures were dictated by our teachers. And the 3 main places I visited were the Blue Lagoon, an oceanarium, and Anomaly's house. I'll give you a quick rundown of the main events of each place. So in the Blue Lagoon I proceeded to swim to a faraway rocky beach, just to then notice I was running late and the boat was gonna depart without me. So I had to swim half an island and run the other just to get to the boat on time. With the teachers already looking for me, by the way. In the oceanarium we saw pretty cool fish and took pretty cool photos. But in our lunchtime when I opened my bag I noticed that my drawing sketchbooks were soaked in protein milk. Because the one I had took literally exploded in my bag. In Anomaly's house was cool, but we got lost trying to find it. Aside from that, there were more little stories of weird things that just happened, like there were these 2 guys standing in front of our apartment, and they were like these big buff guys, and I was about to go in, but one of them turns to me and goes,
Yo, bro, you got weed, bro?
"What? Does it look like I got weed?" In another situation, I was at work and saw this in the manager's PC. I think it's pretty funny. All in all, even though I joke about how awful I made it seem, it was generally one of the craziest and most fun experiences I've ever had. It made me realize that maybe, just maybe, I can live by myself. And that leaving the place that made me most comfortable just made me grow more. So if you're out there questioning if you should or shouldn't leave your comfort zone just because it's scary or uncharted territory, heck, even fear that you will fail, you'll never know until you fully try. So, make that drawing, do that animation you were hyping your friends about, explore the world. After all, it's yours to change. Alright, so I'm here with Tentic to rate Phonk songs as requested by, let me check. Brenda Quisito 3986. So first song is, let me see. Passo bem solto, slowed.
The slowed is the most important part of the song. I love the AI generated cover.
Yeah.
I have a hatred for this specific sample.
Alright, where do we place this one?
This feels kind of inoffensive, but at the same time I would not listen to this at all. It's like a C tier, I think. It's not that bad.
No, but it's low-key S tier though.
It's low-key S tier.
Oh my god, I love the troll face Phonk songs.
You know that video with like the person going with the head like bobbing to the left and right?
Yes, like the muscle guy, yeah.
That feels exactly what this song was gonna be used for.
Alright, so what do we feel about this one?
I felt like I was touched by the song in inappropriate ways, you could say.
So it's like an F tier though.
We're like rating this in F tier.
Alright, nuclear bomb incoming.